For thousands of men, women, and children, the journey to Europe is not just about reaching a new land, it's a fight for survival. A journey fraught with danger, despair, and hope for a better life, a life free from war, poverty, and persecution. This is the harrowing, step-by-step story of a migrant's journey to Europe. Nearly every part of the illegal journey a migrant makes from West Africa to Europe across the Sahara Desert and the Mediterranean is filled with peril. But even a routine roll call, innocuous as it may seem, can turn into a recurring nightmare. As desperate migrants are transported across borders through a vast illegal network, their smugglers carry out roll calls at regular intervals during the long convoluted itinerary to confirm every migrant's journey has been fully paid up. While most migrants pay agents, the shady middlemen who make all the initial travel arrangements at the start of their journey to arrange the trip all the way to Europe, these agents do not always pay the smugglers the full amount. When migrants duped by agents become stranded along the way, things turn ugly. In Andrew's case, the agent had paid his way to Libya but not all the way to Europe as previously agreed. Having seen similar episodes at previous stops along his journey, Andrew would have known what was coming next. The first lash of a thick rubber water hose landed on his sore feet and back after his limbs were chained. To frighten him even more and offer a taste of what was to come, the smugglers began flogging other duped migrants who had been detained for much longer. The message was simple: pay up or this will be your fate. Typically, the only way duped migrants regain their freedom from unforgiving smugglers is to have family or friends pay exorbitant ransoms. Ultimately, Andrew's smugglers demanded a ransom totaling $2,500. It was made up of a $1,500 fee for onward transportation, double the $750 he had initially paid to be transported from Libya into Europe, as well as an additional $1,000 fee for the extra hassle. If the ransom wasn't paid up, it left only one other way for smugglers to recoup their losses: sell Andrew and other duped migrants off in Libya's infamous slave market. The decision to leave one's homeland is never easy. It comes after years of hardship, after witnessing the collapse of communities, the violence of conflict, and the crushing weight of poverty. For many migrants, the choice to leave is not a dream, it's a necessity. For this man, like many others, the hope for a better future outweighed the unknown dangers ahead. He, along with thousands of others, set his sights on Europe, a land of promise and opportunity. The journey begins in secret. Smugglers who operate in the shadows offer their services, charging migrants what little they have for passage through treacherous terrain. The first leg of the journey usually begins in the sub-Saharan region, where land and sea become dangerous highways of hope. One of the most perilous parts of the journey is crossing the Sahara Desert, a vast and unforgiving wasteland where temperatures soar above 40 degrees Celsius, 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Migrants walk for days on end with little food, water, and no sense of time. The desert is a graveyard for many. Thousands die here every year from dehydration, exhaustion, or heat stroke. Once through the desert, many migrants arrive in Libya, one of the most dangerous transit points for those seeking to cross into Europe. Here, they are often caught in a network of human trafficking and exploitation, with smugglers controlling their fate. They wait for the moment when they can board rickety, overcrowded boats to make the perilous Mediterranean crossing. In Libya, migrants face the threat of violence, kidnapping, and even slavery. Once again, they must trust those who promise them safe passage, smugglers who often abandon them when things go wrong. After weeks or even months of uncertainty, many migrants are finally taken to the Mediterranean Sea. The boats they embark on are often unseaworthy, overcrowded, and barely able to stay afloat.
So Libya that we came into is another problem for us too. Shooting, killing, bombing every day, sexual harassing every day. No movement, no free movement. We are just in the house like prisoners. Nothing. We can't go out freely. We can't go out at any time. We are just indoor there. Sexual harassing by those Libyans. So we are just tired. We are tired.
For many, the Mediterranean is a deadly graveyard. Every year, hundreds of people drown trying to make the crossing. For some, help comes in time. Humanitarian organizations like the Red Cross and other rescue teams operate in the Mediterranean, saving those whose boats capsize or are left stranded. But even as they save lives, the sheer scale of the crisis makes it impossible to save everyone. For some, the journey ends with arrival in Europe. But for many, this is just the beginning of a new set of challenges. Refugee camps, bureaucracy, legal hurdles, and the constant threat of deportation await. Europe, once the promised land, can feel like another form of imprisonment. The journey is long and the end is uncertain. For the migrants who make it to Europe, the dream is far from realized. As they await their fate, they hold on to the hope that they will be granted asylum and the chance to rebuild their lives. For every migrant, the road to Europe is not a road of certainty, but of survival. It is a journey shaped by hardship, determination, and the hope that a better life lies on the other side. Yet, their stories remind us of the sacrifices that so many are willing to make in pursuit of a dream. The journey does not end for them, it's just one chapter in a much longer struggle for dignity, safety, and the right to a future. And the question remains, how many more must undertake this perilous journey before the world takes notice?